Alright, let's see here. Oh, we launch. And looks like we're live. Let's double check here on the dashboard. Yeah, looks like we're up. Sorry if I'm a little late today, varlets. The administratum held me up a little up today with their incessant bureaucracy. But yeah, greetings, varlets. I am Interrogator Dosarios, Attaché Timulating Inquisitor Markham of the Order Hereticus, and welcome to Looking Cute and Painting Minis. I'm coming at you live from the Guard Future, currently broadcasting from the high world of Virago. The theme for the stream is, of course, Lament, Hope by the Venerable Liturgist Adam Bell. We also have music from Warhammer 40k Mechanicus, composed by Guillaume David and the copyright Bulwark Studios, and music for Warhammer 40k Dark Tide, which is composed by Jesper Kidd, the copyright Fat Shark Games. All the music is provided to us by ende.app at pixabay.com. Let me go ahead and find Quest Wagon's link here so I can post it up. We'll pin that. Alright, you have somebody in the chat. The God Emperor Man himself saying greetings. How goes it, my Emperor? How holds the Astronomicon? Working on any new projects? But yes, today we'll be continuing to paint the Tribal Elf Queen by Quest Wagon. You can find this miniature and many more like it at the pinned link. And don't forget that you can use your channel points for all kinds of fun rewards, to include changing my outfit. We got 4 to choose from, which is the Interrogator uniform, so what I'm currently wearing, the Mechanicus Protocols, the Vampiric form, and the Geno life form. But yeah, this model is coming along very nicely. I'm actually very happy with how it's turning out. Make sure that's on camera there. There we go. So all we have left to do is her hair and her crown. Well, her hair accessories and her crown. God Emperor says, going well, bought some Imperial Guard minis, a Chimera, and the IG Combat Patrol. Ooh, nice. You talking about the one with the horses or the one with the cannons? And finally, if you've noticed, we've glued the head. So she is complete. At least as far as the head's concerned. God Emperor Man says the horse one. It was the only one at friendly local game store. Ah, okay. Yeah, I don't think the other ones come out yet, though I definitely would prefer that one to the horse one. So we're gonna start off with the hair accessory, which is the feathers. we'll start off with good old Xandri Dust. And I think we'll start with size 1 Grabby. How do you plan to paint your Imperial Guardsmen, my Emperor? Do you plan to paint them in that sort of navy off blue that the Kriegsmen have, or do you plan to paint them with a different color? Oh, and real quick before we start, this is my latest Necromunda Ganger. I'm actually pretty happy with how he came out, at least as far as his clothes. I feel like I could have done maybe a little bit better on the weapon, and I might try to do some better technique with the non-metallic metal and the wood of the grip. But not bad, I'd say. Has a very colorful look to it, which I like. The Emperor says will be painted as my 871st Prussian rifles, but still in the process of building them. Just bought those boxes yesterday. And what kind of colors do they have? Because I'm not familiar with the 871st Prussian rifles. Also, anybody out there see the new updates as far as Warhammer? Total War Warhammer 40k. How is everybody feeling about that game? Gattiper Man says, want it now. And Regio says, what's the happenings? Well, currently painting the little hair accessory for the Tribal Elf Queen. But aside from that, I was asking how people felt about the new Total War Hammer 40k. And Gattiper Man says he wants it now. About you, Region? You hear about them making that? Region says after Total War 3, or maybe you mean Total Warhammer 3, I will curb my expectations. Why? Why is that? You didn't like it? Did you play it? Rayon says I played thousands of hours. So what was it that makes you want to curb your enthusiasm about it? Rayon says 1,000 being Kislev alone. Well, yeah, 1,000 hours seems like it'd be a reason for you to be excited. So what exactly has got you hesitant? And we have Lord Inquisitor Callahan saying, 1, 2, audio check. Is this fetting thing working? I think so. I mean, we can hear you just fine, Lord Inquisitor. How you doing today? Regan says, because Warhammer 2 was so good, but whatever team worked on 3 did not live up to the hype, and they just didn't do as good as I'd hoped. AI issues being the predominant issue. Okay. Like enemy AI? Yeah, says it shouldn't take me 30 turns to be the hardest difficulty. So it was pretty easy then, the game? At least that's what I'm getting from the disappointment. Hold on. Lord Inquisitor Callahan says, pissed. Pardon my French. Pissed about what, Lord Inquisitor? About the new Total War game coming out? Or something else? Something else, pertinent to the Imperium, making you speak in ancient French. Yeah, says like in Warhammer 2, whoever your main enemy is will be super strong and crush you, forcing you to be good. And Ragia says, but in Warhammer 3, the AI plateaus and stops being strong. You think maybe it's just like they wanted to dumb it down for new players? And Confused Catgirl for the first time chat sayings Hunu or Hanu. Hi, Confused Catgirl. Welcome to Looking Cute and Painted Minis. I'm Interrogator Rosario Rivas, as I say to Milady Inquisitor Marco of the Order Hereticus. And yeah, today we're currently painting the Tribal Elf Queen by Quest Wagon. You can find this miniature and many more like it over on the pinned comment. What brings you in today? Are you a fan of miniature painting or Warhammer? And yeah, thank you for coming. Yeah, today we'll be trying to finish this model off. Right now we just have a few parts left. Ragion says, even in endgame, you become so strong and no one musters a force to tribal you. Ah, okay. I always figured that each successive Total Warhammer game was more of a DLC than an actual new game, because you have to have the previous games in order to play the older armies, right? Confused Cat Girl says, I like mini painting. Ooh, really? So what do you paint? And Lord Inquisitor Callahan says, no, finished chapter 6 of Red Dead Redemption 2 and wanting to put a bolt round in Micah. Oh. Yeah, that's such a great game. So if it's got you frustrated, that's probably a good thing. And Confused Catgirl says, I painted a thick ghost today, or at least tried. Hey, trying is the first step to succeeding. What was the model from? Is it a proxy model or something you can find in some local store, or? Ragion says, yeah, but in Warhammer 3, thanks to Legend of Total War, you can play the best game mode, which is... And Confused Catgirl says, not to insult you, but your voice sounds kinda strange. Hey, not insulting at all. Some people say that my voice is a little strange, but I like it, so... And other people seem to like it, so... It's, I guess, an acquired taste. Reagan says, and you get all the Warhammer 3 factions and one faction for the other races. Oh, guess you can't play all the factions you could in the previous games? That kinda sucks. And Confused Cat Girl says, it sounds a bit AI generated in all honesty. Well, hey, as long as it sounds good to some people, I mean, that sounds great to everybody. If you like it, great. Just let me know, and I appreciate the feedback. Bringing says, it's, crap, I forgot the name, but it's a sandbox mode. All the factions are on a map at once. See, I prefer that. I mean, that's why I kind of didn't play much of the original, well, not the original. I didn't play much of Total War 2. I just couldn't get into it. Let's see here if I can see the you put up there, Confused Cat Girl. Yeah, very thick. Ryan says, where was it? Used to have to have all 3 games. It used to have to own the docs, DLCs, to unlock the other races, but you can play every faction they created. You mean can or can't? Because I'm getting like 2 different things as far as what you're saying here. And Confused Cat Girl says, I'll show a painted version once I post it on Twitter. Yes, please. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and put some wash on this. Now, where are my washes? I need Seraphim Sepia. No, not Agrath or Jade. Where's my Seraphim? It's gotta be around here somewhere. There it is, Seraphim Sepia. I need a much better, what's it called? System for storing my paint here. Seraphim Sepia, that's what we'll be using. Alright. Ragyan says, also putting together the Grey Hunters and Blood Claws, I despise the models so much I don't want to finish painting them. Well, I mean, you are a primarily chaos enjoyer, so it's a little interesting that you're having such a hard time with these loyalist models. Guess loyalist doesn't suit you. Alright. So, Regan says, so BAS3? Okay. I'm trying to figure out what you wrote there. BAS3, WH3. You can play all factions introduced plus the starter factions from all the other so-called friends, elf guy, etc. Then everything is the same, so you can play everything you bought DLCs for. But you need the DLCs. That was a little confusing to read there. I'm gonna say there, Rayon. Confused Cat Girl says, currently holding my Mimikyu plush close. I can see why. Yeah, it's looking pretty good. I'd say you're getting some nice shading in there. Let me see if I can bring this up for people to watch. Where is my window capture? Internet. Okay. Yeah, that really slowed me down. Hello, hello. There we go. Yeah, for no reason that crashed on my mic there for a second. Here we go. Region. Okay, hold on, let me go back. Confused Cat Girl says, I went in with Blender, first to see where I can plop down shadows, then started at the darkest colors and began working up. That's actually a pretty good way to start, I'd say. Regia says, man, I don't know how you kids are able to use these Blender things. I have a hard time explaining through typing. Yeah, stop using acronyms. Acronyms are not helping. Confused Gecko says Blender's very learnable actually. Yeah, I mean I've used it a couple times. It's not that hard. I think it's a pretty good program, though I prefer to sculpt with ZBrush. Reggie says it looked like you were building up quite well. And then Lord Quitrucallahan says heresy. And then Regian says on that ghosty girl. Confused Cat Girl then says I got taught some basic shading, and then my teacher decided to leave me in the dust all of a sudden. Oh, I hate it when that happens. Something like that actually happened to me years ago, and it was with learning the guitar. I wanted to learn the guitar, and I was taken to this class. It was a public class, so you know, me and a bunch of other kids there, and I had no idea what I was doing. Zero. And the teacher did not help me once. He was focused on all his other students that actually knew what they were doing and just left me high and dry, didn't teach me a thing. Every day I would go, nothing. I was always last. So I just told my parents, like, hey, I don't want to keep coming here anymore. Oh, okay, there's some laughs there by Region at my expense earlier. And Regia says, no, we can't hear you. Regia says, I've learned to just reference clothes when you're wearing currently. And Confused Carol says, I think the image is making the voice crash out. Yep, it did. For no reason, my mic is not happy with showing that massive image. Regan says, so build from the mid-tone. Then I work shadow and highlights. And alright, there we go. We're all caught up. And now the latest, Confused Kangaroo says, Blender is a good program. Its big issue is the fact that it has a lot of buttons. Yeah, it does. I mean, as far as that kind of program, I prefer to use Maya, as far as animation. And like I mentioned earlier, ZBrush for modeling. And I actually have licenses for ZBrush, not for Maya, so I have to learn how to actually use Blender for animation. But in the meantime, I can definitely still sculpt with ZBrush. Confused Gecko says, he taught me wet blending, shading, how to paint with regular canvas colors, and a fake screenshot started to spread about me saying things I did not. He said, hey, I'll have to back down on lessons till your motion state gets better. And Confused Gecko says, which is like, okay, I've handled the situation, right? Just kind of weird. I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, it sucks when you get left high and dry like that, especially for something that was fake. Yeah, we're gonna let that dry there for a second. I guess this could be worse, honestly. You could have been laying down LVT and half the tiles are warped. And Ragia then says, serious note, sorry to hear about that. Yeah, I mean, that really is messed up. But hopefully you'll find either a better mentor or you'll be able to handle the situation, at least from here on out, on your own, without having to rely on people like that. Alright, but in the meantime, I think we're gonna start painting the feathers. While that dries up. So I'm gonna need my, what's it called? Ooh, not Northern Blue. Here we go. Cantor Blue, that's the one I was looking for. And Confused Scarecrow says, oh, I found someone else already. I'll see how it goes. Well, hey, good luck. Hopefully he's a good one. Or she's a good one. Oh, and in case I didn't mention it, I'm currently using size 2 Grabby. Ragion says, sorry, just venting. LVT is a tile that looks like what you can find on floors. And Ragion says, I have to cut them and lay them down dry fitting first. Before I lay this glue down, but they are warped so it's hard to get straight edges. Is there a way to unwarp them, maybe? Maybe get them from a better dealer that won't have warped versions of them? Reagan says, nah, they were warped because my coworkers stored them wrong. Ah, okay. So this is for work then. I thought this was something you were doing like on your house or your apartment or some kind of project you were working on. Confused Cat Girl says, hit your coworker on the head. Again, it says, don't tempt me. We don't condone violence to co-workers. You're supposed to get along so you can take on the enemy, not each other. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and stop there. Regan says, yeah, don't tempt me, and confused girl. Kako says, I tempt you. Regan says, the only projects I want to do is play board games and tabletops with my friends. And then if Kako says, I got thick thighs, you can rest your head on them if you do. And Regan then says, be sure world eaters like myself kill our co-workers. I guess you have a point there, Ragyan, but you are also painting guardsmen and space wolf, so your stance with the world leader sometimes, like, fluctuates, I guess. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and go back to the rope that it's holding the feathers. Why am I forgetting words today? And Confused Cat Girl says, you eat whole rolls for breakfast? For breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Okay, so we're gonna take now that the Seraphim Sepia has dried, we're gonna take again the Screaming Skull that we were using earlier. And we're gonna paint some highlights on the rope. I think I'm gonna need a more extreme highlight. It's not showing very well. And Regan says, listen, okay, it's not my fault GW keeps nerfing us. We got nerfed again for no reason. Yeah, that's why bringing it back to the conversation of Total Warhammer 40k, I'd rather GW would just make a digital version of their game, as opposed to getting this sort of third-party license deal thing that they got going on. That way, their rules could be updated immediately. Confused Cat Girl says, oh wait, first, Regyoung responds to Confused Cat Girl, saying yes. Confused Cat Girl then says, ah, yes, same. I've got to eat that world with that annoying bunny that kept trying to cut open one of my friends with its weird blade. Okay, a bunny? Oh, is this like something out of like, Amazing Digital Circus? Lord Inquisitor Callahan says, sounds like the nails are biting. Ragion then says, but when I see my friends, we're gonna play boarding actions, a regular 40k, War Machine, Magic, and something else. Okay, see, that's all fun stuff. It'll be Nerd Paradise. And we have the Chaos Hunter saying, greetings, age of us in chat. I hope everyone is doing well. Yeah, I'm doing good. How you doing? We also have Spark Mini saying, hi, how you doing, Spark? How's it going with the Golden Demon entry? And Confused Cat Girl says, nah, it's just a reference I made out on the spot. Okay. So we're going with new lore then for yourself as we get to know you. So you're confused and you're dealing with a homicidal bunny with a knife. Spike says, all is well on the streamathon. On Friday I did a lot of progress, but still a long way to go to complete. Oh yeah, I mean, from what I've seen and people doing like hundreds of hours for those golden demon entries. What's the category you're applying for? Okay, now we're using Ceramite White. And we're using our Quintuple Zero Marie. Try to make some extreme highlights here. There we go. Confused Cat Girl says, I'm working on properly working out a lore for my Sona. We are talking about a slime here, and in my lore book, slimes are rare, but literally world-eating scourges. Okay, so it's okay, so who's the slime? You or the rabbit or somebody else? Yeah, check it out, Spark. These come along very nicely. Oh, so Confused Cat Girl, you're a slime bunny girl or a slime cat girl? And then Spark says, very nice. Thank you, thank you. Confused Cat Girl says, slime cat girl. Well, if you ever get a drawing of it, I'd love to see it. It sounds pretty fun. Alright, so now we gotta do the crown. And I'm kinda torn. I'm not sure what color I should go for the crown. Confused Gecko says, well, I didn't, but other people did, so... Well, yeah, whenever you have it completed, not you, but at least whoever you had paint or draw it, yeah, just yeah, send us a link. This time I'll try a different method to show the picture. Think I'll go with... Let's go with a brown. So we're gonna start with Rhinox hide. But yeah, the Fuse Gecko, you gonna be like a Slatin cat girl, I guess, VTuber, or is that just gonna be like your logo for your stream or your I guess mini painting profile? And Confused Gecko says correct. Ooh, okay, yeah, I look forward to seeing it then. Okay, I need to use different brush. This one is too small, so we're gonna go with our size 2 grabby. So I have on a little all over the place today. I'm still trying to figure out the colors for this this last part, because I don't want the colors to clash with her face. I thought about making it the same non-metallic copper as her accessories, but then it would clash too much with her skin. So I'm thinking maybe a dark brown, maybe a little bit of the tan color, the sort of the bone colors for some of the parts, and I think that'll be what I do. Okay, Confused Cat Girl sent a picture. Let's see if I can get that working this time without screwing up my stream. Wait, where did I download that? Should be popping up here. There it is. Open. And there we have it. Okay. Fuse Gecko says I cannot show the big form since I don't know where it's posted. Oh wait, here, sorry, it's that long. Hey, no worries, I was able to make it look big, so I think people can see what it looks like, and it's very cute. I like, especially like the stuff on her face when after she ate the sandwich and the little tongue. It looks pretty cute. Are you always gonna be eating a sandwich? Inquisitor Galhan says nice. Yeah, very nice little drawing there. So gonna be painting like sort of the same kind of models like that thick ghost, all like thick characters.
Ratus sum Deus meus, pro pulchritude et structura rosari. Sed internum solum te volo, propria voce mea. Gratias tibi ad Domine Deus meus, pro omnibus quae mihi et nobis omnibus breves.
And then Confused Cat Girl says, wouldn't you like to know? Well, okay, if you want to be mysterious about it, well, we can wait and see. Yeah, just let us know when you stream and we'll try to check it out. Right, guys, let's take it easy. Or take it ease peasy. Wait, what kind of sandwich is it? Confused Cat Girl says, any kind you want.
ドッキドキのワクワク
Hegaton says, with the Waku Waku, says, hey there, Rosario Asar, long time no see. Hey, how you doing, Hegaton? How you been? Hope all is well? What you working on lately?
Domine Deus meus, amo te gratus sum pro omnibusque fecisti in vivi. Amortus fides donnovit, adiuam eut vicam addictionem, nodiam volulius
Region says, it's just a sandwich. And Original Chaos Hunter said, that's a pretty good character. Yeah, it is. Then Region says, wait, I'm done. The nails are biting in the... He says, hi, wow, it's been a long time. How you been? To Hekaton. And then Hekaton said, finally says, I finally have leg mobility. Oh, that's good. Yeah, because that was pretty bad when you said you were dealing with gout. I'm glad you're doing better. Peyton says, hey, Region, it's been quite some time. Had gout in my left foot that my right foot ballooned up in size and inflamed. I've only just able to recover not long ago. It's taken this week to recover on the right foot. Yeah. Take it easy. Peyton says, I've been working on a Drukari Comic Patrol for people who subbed into the channel, just painting them off for the last few sessions. Ooh. What color are you painting them? Rega says, dang, man, that's savage. Now we can kill worlds in the compliance time. Now we can't kill the worlds in compliance time. Rega says, each suburb gets 2 colors and I'll paint each one as is. Oh, okay. Any color schemes that you find interesting so far? Out of the ones the suburbs have chosen? Regan says, what a coinky-dick. I also have to paint Eldar, or Deldar, for a friend. Peter says, yeah, paint you the old one with the Archon and the Skimmers. Same. And Regan says, same. I got 2 of them. And then Regional Chaos just says, damn, gout is a tough road to hoe. Yeah, it's gotta be. Get inflammation like that and then not be able to walk properly or move their joint properly. And Hampton says, yeah, choice of model and colors. It's one of their better combat patrols. But I'm hoping to clear off most of the Games Workshop models unless commissions come in. What do you mean clear off? Like finish with the ones you already have painted and then stop from there? Or... Hilton says, but after the GW models, I'm gonna try to focus on the conquest lines and doing a single cohort box for people to do a doll in the Discord channel to what I have to paint next. And currently, the ones that are winning are the Yoroni. Japanese yokai force. Yeah, I've seen them. Those are actually really nice models. I really liked how Walter from Walter's Workshop painted one of the bird archers. Looks just like the disguise that Robin Hood uses in the Robin Hood animated movie, the Disney one. Heton says the Tengu. I think it's a Tengu. I mean, it's a bird. It's most definitely a bird archer. I know Tengus are more like big-nosed guys with wings, but this is quite literally a bird. I guess a bird man. Bird man. Yeah, I think Mae Brown was the right choice for this. Heriton says, may I post a link here? Yes, you may. Yeah, go for it. Okay, hang on 1 second while I pull up that link. I'm seeing the bird people, so I'm guessing it is those. But these are like... what's it called? Melee ones. He was painting an archer one. And Reagan says, wait, can I also post a link here? Yes, you can, as long as it's nothing too rude. Alright, let me see if I can find... what I'm looking for here. Ooh, I like those living armor ones. They're pretty neat. Think I found him. Okay, let's see if I can post those up. We have that image. This is the birds that I was talking about. Yeah, this is the birds that I was talking about. He painted these, one of these, to look like, and it had a, what's it called? A casa, which is Japanese for umbrella. Which are those straw hats. I have one of those. Is it one of those multi-part kits? Yeah, it is a dual kit. No wonder it had the hats. So he painted it with the hat one. I mean, yeah, I can show you the hat one. Here's the one with the hat. Yeah, so he used the hat head and used the archer body. But here's the one I was saying looks really cool. It's like the living armor. Yeah, those are really neat. Really neat. Hackathon says, oh, the ghost armor. Yeah, those boys look awesome. Yeah, they sure do. Right now we're adding another coat because I feel like it's still too thin. We're gonna do like Duncan Rhodes does and add a second coat. Ryan said he said the thing. Ryan says, shock face and pointed finger. So we're gonna try to make this like a wooden crown on her head. But I will try to use a different, I guess, design color, or color design. Why are words escaping me today? For the little crest on the forehead. Advice to any would-be streamers out there. never do a stream after you've been dealing with the administratum for 2 days straight. Do not recommend it. Okay, we're gonna move on from the crown now. We're gonna go right back to those feathers. Ragyan says, okay, but hear me out. You take your frustrations out on the painting. It's not the painting where I'm experiencing frustrations. It's in my mind to tongue coordination. I am struggling to put words together. Okay, so we use Cantor blue on those feathers. So we're gonna use a lighter blue now. Now we're gonna go with Thousand Suns blue. And we're using again quintuple zero Marie. And that's already a very nice looking feather. Despite both of them being blue, her hair and the feather, it's got a different tinge of blue so that it stands out. Oh, and Hekaton, which one of the Yoroni are you gonna start working on first? Hekaton says depends on the people who sub. Ah, okay. But is there one you really want to work on first? Hekaton says, I won't get a choice on what happens. Then he says the Ayakashi, which is the one that looks like a sumo in battle armor. I think I'll have to pull up an image of that here in a second. Just give me a bit. Okay, I think we're done with that color, so we're gonna go ahead and check out that Kami Ayakashi that Hekaton's talking about. I mean, the Kitsune is actually really good. Okay, there's the Oni Ayakashi. Let me head back. Here we go, the Kami Ayakashi. And here it is. Hiton says, yeah, they look really amazing. Yeah, I gotta say, they do look pretty neat. I especially like the one with the big old eye in the center. That one and the one with the beard. The beard is pretty cool. I also like his crazy looking face on his armor. Hiton says, yeah, they look freaking terrifying. Yeah, I wouldn't want to meet that in a dark alley. Or in any alley. Or at all. Hiton says, you gotta wonder which set of eyes are looking at you. I would say all of them. They're all looking at you. Okay. Now we're gonna go with Northern Blue. And we'll be done with this part of the hair. We got J Ray in the house saying, hello everybody. How you doing, J Ray? How you been? There we go. And J Ray says, want an eBay bid for Knight as an Imperial Knight? Which Knight? A Knight Errant for 90 bucks. That actually sounds like a steal. I'm gonna have to check out which one the Knight Errant is. Is that the one with the shield? I feel like that's the one with the shield. And there we have it. Feathers are done. Maybe not. I saw this little gap there that I need to fill. Right here. Once we're done with that, we'll be done. There we go. Okay, now we're done with the feathers. I guess, as you know, this is gonna be funny, but my other personal army project is Imperial Knights. Then he says lucky to J-Ray. Hold on, let's see what which one exactly is the errant knight, or the knight errant. That one looks like Games Workshop has the Prime March back in stock. Yeah, I can search it by name knight. I'm getting several searches from the Knight Errant. I might have to Google it. Maybe they don't have it currently in stock. Oh, okay, here we go. Apparently the Knight Errant is one of the different builds for the same model. It's the Knight Questoris, and you can be built as a Knight Defender, Knight Paladin, Knight Errant, Knight Gallant, Knight Warden, Knight Crusader, or Knight Despoiler. And you will pull that up as well. And there he is. That's definitely a stompy robot. Hecaton says, is the Knight Errant and of course the same model? Jerry says, I'm not sure. Ragion says, I think the Knight Errant shares a box. Hedda says, okay, for 90 that's dang cheap. More or less half price in Australia. I'm so shocked Aussies can afford Warhammer, says Ragion. Well, I think they get it cheaper somehow, right? You guys do get it cheaper than in the United States or other parts of the world. I think it's like England and the United States. The ones that get it the cheapest. I could be wrong. But yeah, in dollars is 194, so it's like half price. My guess is I believe it's more expensive than the US. My guess is England is the cheapest. Agaton says, you'll be surprised by the act of piracy that we pay on a big-ass island. Okay, so let's go ahead and continue. All we have left now is the crown. So what brown should I use next? I'm gonna use the Steel Legion Drab. If I attempt to use it, I think it might be congealed, so I might have to use something else. Yeah, we're gonna stick with the Quintuple Zero Marie. Let's see, do we actually have some brown here we can use? No, this paint is... I think this paint is run its course, but let me keep trying here. And we have first-time chatter saying, Lamenos saying, hello, how you doing, Laminus? How you been? Welcome to Look You Can Paint in Minis. I am Interrogator Rosarius, Attaché Dimlady Inquisitor Markham of the Order Hereticus, and today I am currently painting, or is almost done with painting, the Tribal Elf Queen by Quest Wagon, which you can find this many and many more like it over at his pinned comment. But yeah, what brings you in today? Are you into miniature painting or Warhammer or and how'd you find me? I will try to use what paint we have here. Hey, Regia says, which reminds me, great rant you had. Oh, which one? The latest one? And Region said, great rant you had. I 100% agreed. And Laminus says, oh, you do post in our Realize Discord and I wanted to visit. I love your models. I'm also into maybe painting models for 40k tabletops, Iron. Oh, okay, I'm glad you like my stuff and thank you for swinging by. What would you like to paint for yourself? Ragan says, yeah, it's funny. Lorgar is pretty much vindicated. Yeah, I'd say so. Lorgar, he is warranted in his turn to chaos. I mean, the Emperor definitely did him dirty. It's like him... There's quite a few, what's it called? Quite a few Primarchs that you can see why they turn. Some of them you're like, wait, why? Why was that? But Lorgar is definitely not one of them. Lamina says Night Lords, them or Plague Marines. And the cool thing is, you don't have to choose, because with Plague Marines, you can make a Night Lord Plague Marines, since they're kind of chaos and divided. And Regional Chaos Hunter says, I'm Dominus Nox. I think the paint's coming along well now. Let me make sure it's on camera. The idea is to try to make it striated, like you see wood. Wood has those like striations on it, so I want to make sure that that is happening here. J-Ray says, Plague Marines lol, nice. And Lament says, I'm a Nurgle fan, but after the Night Lord Omnibus, yeah, I've heard that book is really good. I definitely want to check it out at some point. I do have plans for my own Night Lord kill team at some point. Just like I have plans for everything. I'm still waiting for the models that I plan to use for that to come in. There we go. Lamna says I have 10 Magic the Gathering decks planned. I feel your pain. Yeah, that's not a cheap game either. Why do hobbies have to be so expensive? Okay, we're done with the Steel Legion Black. And now we're gonna move on to something a little bit brighter, I guess. We'll go with the Xandri dust this time. Come on. But yeah, Lemonus, I usually ask all the people that come to my stream, what was it that got you into Warhammer? The 40k or otherwise. And we have Tequila Shot Ryan, the modeler himself, saying, hello, greetings. How you doing, Tequila Shot? Currently working on the crown. Yeah, for those of you who don't know, Tequila Shot Ryan is Quest Wagon, the creator of this model. So if you would like your own, very own version of the Tribal Elf Queen, check out his pinned comment. Lemona says, a tabletop RPG, Wrath and Glory plus Bricky. Oh yeah, that's the new one that came out, right? Where you play, we can play anything really, because I think that's the one that's supposed to supplant Dark Heresy, if I'm not mistaken. Amos then says, I got burned out on D&D and I wanted to do something different. Wrath and Glory fills tons of math rocks, and it makes you very happy, so I dived hard into the lore of it all. Ragion says, what if this is his evil twin failed Quest Wagon? Yeah, I don't think so. I mean, his name is correct. And the Gilashar Ryan says, looks great. It seems like you're almost done with Mini. Yeah, pretty much almost done. Just working on the crown right now. And Lamina says, the one that is more Dark Heresy, I think, is Maledictum. It uses the D100 system. Yeah, that one. I have the Dark Heresy, so I guess Maledictum might be the one that tries to supplant it. And I really like Dark Heresy. I've actually been running my own Dark Heresy game with some fellow agents. And Regional Chaos Hunter says, my brothers, they bought the 2nd edition set. And I helped them paint the Marines. I've been stuck in ever since. Yeah, I mean, that's actually a very early time to start. 2nd edition, that was a long time ago. So, it looks like you've been at it for a while. Got It Man says, why do you make me feel old, Chaos Hunter? Oh, Emperor, you are thousands upon thousands of years old. Lamna says, Malayton just put our pre-orders for the Mechanicus players and GM guide. Yeah, I saw that. I was like, and I think it was Alvaro JH is the one who made the cover art, which is stellar. Okay, so now we need something to complement that crown. MSS is so gorgeous. Yes, it is. What can I put at the center? What color? I'm struggling here. I really am. I feel like I want to make it a metallic, maybe? Or maybe go with the same bone color? Hey, thank you very much, Tequila Chow Ryan, for the subscription. Rio Center says, yeah, I was around 13 back then. Feel like that that requires a celebration. I think I'm gonna go with the bone color. Like something that makes sense. So we're gonna switch to size 2 Grammy. Galloper Man says, I was 16 when its second edition came out. I'm not sure what year it came out, so I can't tell you my age. But Lamina says, gotta hop out. Have a great stream. Hey, thank you very much for coming. It was a pleasure talking to you. And good luck with painting those, what's it called? Those Night Lords, yeah. Hopefully, I get to see pictures of it soon. You take care there, Lamnus. And Original Chaos just says, look at us, a couple of veterans of the Long War. Yeah. Confused Cat Girl says, I'm back. Hey, welcome back. She asks, how's the art coming? Or going, I guess. It's going along nicely. We're working right now on the crest on the front. And yep, I already can see that this was the correct choice for color. And Rio Chaos just says 1992 and 1993, if my memory serves me. Okay, so let me do the calculations here. If I were from that time period, instead of from the far-flung future, from the grimdark future, I would have been... around 8 or 9 at the time. Confused Gecko says, I'm trying right now to recreate some art I drew a while back as pixel art. Once I've slept though. Woo, okay. I'm curious what you're trying to recreate. Okay, we went from size 2 gravity and now we're going right back to our quintuple zero marine. And I'm gonna try to find a different in-between color. Nah, that's too much. Okay, that's what we'll do. We'll go with Screaming Skull. Confused Gecko says, alright, good night. Hey, you take care, okay? Thanks for coming. Let us know when you get your VTuber model going so we can check you out. Well, you know, Chaos Hunter says, sorry, but this is my stop. You all have a good day. Hey, you take care, Chaos Hunter. It was nice having you on stream. Hope you're doing well and hope you have a good night. I feel like we're gonna have to add some Seraphim Sepia onto this as well. We'll grab this size 2 grabby again. And then Crucial Chaos Center ends it with Ave Imperator Gloria in Excelsis Terra. Yeah, praise the Emperor, glory to heaven on, or the Holy Terra? Yeah. Yeah, I think it's Holy Terra. Okay, we're gonna get that Screaming Skull again. Right, yeah, says glory to chaos to you as well, brother. Work with the Galahans as well. I'm gonna go finish some paperwork, take care, and tell the lady that I send my regards. Also heading up some new orders that should be coming up down the chain. A heretic infestation of Zeech. And some Lash cultists have taken over a paradise world. Till the Lord Inquisitor Callahan signing off. Then the Lord, yeah. Till then, the Lord Inquisitor Callahan signing off. Ave Imperator, Ave Imperium. Okay, well, you take care, and hopefully that infestation gets readily, quickly dealt with. Okay, we got some slightly more painting to do. We're gonna use some Palette Witch. Palette Witch.
Accende lumen sensibus in funda morem cordibus, in firma nostri corporis virtute firmans perpeti. Postem repellas
And there we go. I think we are done.
Gloria et Filio quia mortuis surrexit ad Paraclito in sepulorum saecula.
Yeah, Tequila Shot, what do you think? This is your model after all. Hopefully I have done your hard work justice. I'm gonna take a little bit of a skeleton horde here. Try to underline a little bit of the yes, the deep recesses to make it look a little darker. All right. I think with that, we will call it a night. Thank you very much, everybody who came today to the stream. All the new people, Confused Cat Girl, Laminus, and all my usuals, Ragion, Chaos Hunter, even Spark Minis having showed up. Thank you very much. Yeah, if you like what I do and would like support, please consider subscribing to my Twitch channel or donate to my Ko-Fi at Rosario Was Art. If you missed an episode, feel free to check out my YouTube channel, which is also called Rosario Was Art. And remember that if you like this mini, then this is the Trouble of Queen by Quest Wagon. You can find this mini and many more like it over at the pinned link, which is patreon.com/Quest Wagon. But yeah, let's see who we can raid for today. Ooh, Halbernacht is currently on. I haven't raided him in a long time. Let me go ahead and raid him. Oh, and before we go, next stream, we might take a break painting minis and just do a little bit of gaming. So be prepared for that. There'll be a game stream next Sunday. Because I feel like I'm going to have very little time before the holidays. I figured, let's just take it easy next week and do a little bit of gaming. But yeah, Tequila Shot says, great stream. See you next time. Yeah, see you. And again, I hope you really like it. Hope you like how it turned out. I'm very happy with it. Ragia says, and I just finished gluing the floor. Word to the wise, glue half first, half second. Well, yeah, that'll help with anything that you might need as far as walking around. But yeah, again, I've been Rosarios, and I'm signing out from the grim dark future. Bye-bye, varlets, and you take care, okay? See you next week for a game stream. Take care.